Hey, how you doing? Asked my ex-wife if I could come by for the twins' birthday. She replied they are busy. I said, doing what? She said, nothing really. Went out and bought a suit, tie, expensive presents for the company Christmas party, and when I show up the day of, they told me I missed it by a week. My wife didn't believe that she snores, so I secretly left a recording device underneath the bed. And a few days later, I listened to it and I discovered that she was having sex with the neighbor while I was at work. When someone asks me for help, I usually explain to them why they think they need help, but they actually don't. We were so poor growing up. When we had Thanksgiving dinner, we used to eat what remained from the dinner the year before. Used to hate going to Niagara Falls with my parents when I was a kid. They always insisted I go in with my own barrel first. Found out that the local a cappella group gets upset when my bagpipe and percussion trio show up and join in at their concerts. Sign at my local brothel. Due to current worldwide shortages, only ladies over 90 years old are available currently. My wife and I broke up because she said I needed to be more like Thanos, the fictional and made-up character from Marvel Comics. If I won the lottery, I would drive to my current job, which takes 2 hours and pays minimum wage, in a chauffeur-driven limousine just to teach my boss a lesson. Had a dream. I ate this gigantic ball of cotton candy, and when I woke up, my white Persian cat was missing. Ever notice people seem to be a lot more crazy these days? Not like the old days when people were just plain crazy. When I have trouble sleeping, all I have to do is watch a couple soap operas and I sleep like a baby. When my parents wanted my opinion when I was a kid, all they had to do was remove the crazy glue they had put on my mouth. Always remember the sweet taste of my first kiss. Hershey's Kiss, that is. Thought my dog was going blind, so I got him a guide dog. Later I discovered all he needed was a pair of glasses. My mom and sister had the audacity to call me a cross-dresser. I was so upset, I decided to return all the clothes I borrowed from them. Read an article saying that 10% of accidents involve an animal. My question is, why are we still letting animals drive? Heard the local child care center was accepting donations, so I gave them my younger brother and sister. In soap operas, you could kill someone's entire family and ruin their life, and yet they would sleep with you on the same night. My eyesight is so bad, when I have to pee, I can't find my ding-a-ling. This past winter was so cold, instead of flashing myself to the nuns, I just gave them photos. Wanted to make ice cubes yesterday, but unfortunately, I misplaced the instruction manual. I laughed so hard once, my wife ended up peeing on me instead of herself. Ordered lobster at a fancy restaurant once. When the waiter brought it to me, I noticed he was holding the lobster down on a plate. So I asked him why. He goes, "Look, man, I already dropped this thing on the floor twice. I'm being careful." Brought my car into the dealer to see what I could get for it. They offered me a goat in exchange. I hate making the bed in the mornings, so I had a brilliant idea. I started sleeping in my car instead. About a year ago, I joined Russian Roulette Anonymous. We started with over 30,000 members, and currently we only have 6 left. My wife says I act really immature. What a stinky poo-poo caca head. I don't think cryogenic freezing works. I put Granny in the freezer a year ago and she still hasn't woke up. I guess I'll have to bury her after all. Tried playing tackle football with the twins. My wife was pissed, as were the other parents in the maternity ward. Dialed 911 by mistake, so I wouldn't look like an idiot and have a reason to call. I broke in my neighbor's house.